Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I have some news with Lewis brakes. I've decided to migrate my Rebel Rascal New / SL, again whichever name they're using, from my Shimano XT brakes to some of these Lewis LH4s. I picked these up maybe 2-3 weeks ago. One of the issues that I was having was on a new bike. It is really easy to get going a lot faster than you expect. It's 7 pounds heavier than the Specialized Epic Evo comp. And what I noticed was I was having trouble slowing down, and I was getting into a real crush situation on the brakes. So I've actually felt a set of these in Trinidad. I'm not sure they're the LH brakes, but they were smooth like butter. So what I've got here is rear lever. So this side, the front lever and brake caliper. See it? Check this out. Isn't this nice? They've got the brake pads in here. There's the rear assembly and hose. Now what's really important is this length. Not long enough for my front, so I'm gonna have to replace them. So I got some hose from some guys in Montreal, eBikeZilla. They're the Lewis dealer. Now I also got them to send me some fittings. Now what's really important about Lewis is, let me open this up a little bit. The way their brake hoses come together is really important. This little fitting on the end here completely disassembles. You can pull the hose off. Reusable olive. The olive has a split in it, and the barb. Okay, they make some really good videos on how to do this, so I'm not going to do that. You wanna know how to put this stuff together, how to break, even down at the banjo. You take apart this part. You don't have to be messing around like the Shimano ones. At the end of the day, you simply disassemble, reassemble. I just got these as spare parts. But look on the Lewis website. Now here's something important. This is like the little matchmaker part that will work for my dropper. This fits inside, well it goes inside, okay, but the idea is that this little tab here is what helps you line it up, and this is the part that you use. So it goes like this, right? This is the part that goes on top, but this is the part that you put your dropper post to sit in, okay? Also, if you run Shimano iSpec EV, Lewis now makes an iSpec EV adapter that fits inside of the lever clamp, the bar clamp, and you bolt your shifter on right here. So they got all the answers except for one thing. They are yet to make center lock rotors. Now, I am changing the brakes, but not the rotors. So what you're going to see is a Shimano XT conversion to Lewis brakes. Not going to show you the whole process, just going to let you know that this is happening. I even got some metallic brake pads, the TP-37s. You can see part number on that, but a pair. I think these are the ones that came with the brakes, are the sintered, or maybe even the organic. I'll find out. I'll actually pull these out on what time, but I'll find out. So look out, this is coming. I'll let you know my opinions. I reached out to Lewis and they offered to send me some rotors to help out, but the problem was they won't fit on the center lock wheels, but they will fit on the fat bikes. So guess what? There's a good chance that come winter this year, when we go fat biking, these brakes might move over to a fat bike, or I might get another pair to try on the fat bike. All depends on how Lewis feels about it, where I can test the new 2.3mm thick center lock rotors. They've even got floating rotors. Maybe I'll get a set of those, who knows. First real ride with the Lewis LH4 brakes.
And become soft.
Yep.
Even my
There you go.
inside became soft. Why do you think it happened?
I find that they are pulled to the bar. So same thing on this side, almost pulled to the bar. So I gotta figure out whether I need to bleed them some more. I've got the bite point set all the way in, as far as it'll go, and I've got the handles turned to my most comfortable position where I can pull them. I find these brakes are low. Now I am not running the 2.3mm Lewis rotors because they don't make center lock. All they make is the 6-bolt. And I'm on my Shimano ISEX, which I've been using for a while, so it could be a little thinner than expected. Anyway, this is the first real ride. We're gonna ride some more and I'll give you some more feedback on them. How they're grabby, whether they are smooth, modulation, that kind of thing, okay? And that's the end of today's ride around the Don Valley. Did some pretty crazy stuff like Bunny Run heading north and Trash Panda. And here's my feedback on these Lewis brakes. They feel comfortable, they are smooth. Oh, I mentioned, damn it. But unlike the Shimanos, when they grab, they have a long way to go before they really grab, which means to me that they have you got more feathering. So instead of like being right here with the Shimanos, you got all of this before you're down at a grab and stop. They fit well. Something to be aware of if you are getting an iSpec EV adapter, you got to make sure you're using the latest Lewis LH4 brake bar clamp, because they've changed it so that that fits in there. Otherwise you're gonna have to take a file to something to make it fit and it just gets ugly. So 2 cents. If you like your Shimano brakes, these may feel soft. I find I have to pump them every now and again to get them to cooperate, but I'm gonna do another bleed. I've got the bite point all the way in and I've got the lever set to the exact distance where I like them. They work, no real complaints, just something you gotta get used to. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks everybody who helped make this happen, and as always, trust us, ride more, ride smart, ride safe. See you on the trails, take care.